pushing away. Go, get.
Okay, we decided to get in our top bar hives today. We haven't been in for a while. And what are you going to be doing, Chris?
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a sugar shake to check for varroa mites.
Okay.
This is the time of the year that varroa mites will start to peak and honey population, bee populations start to decline. So this is really the time you have to start monitoring it to see if you need to treat mites or not.
So we're just going to take care of our bees.
And so
what are you doing right now?
well, I'm cleaning up the honey. We have lots and lots and lots of honey.
Oh, we're going to have lots of honey again this year. That's
That
gonna be
is
awesome.
in the way, so I'm trying to get past all the honey frames so I can get at the brood frames.
Okay.
So I am carefully trying to not make a mess, which isn't always easy when the bees have been this active. And I haven't been in the hive in a while, so they've kind of mixed it all up and gotten it a little wacky compared to where we usually want to go and see. All right, so we're getting past the honey here.
Oh yeah, there's not a lot in that one.
That's good. So that means we're getting into the brood frame. So I just want to do a quick inspection, see if the queen's around, if there is pollen, any eggs, anything like that. So
Now, which bees are these?
this is Elizabeth II. So
Okay.
these are all original bees.
These are our original. These aren't the ones from the house, the wall that we
No.
took down. No.
No, those are in the other one.
Okay.
So this is perfect. There are new larvae, there are new eggs in there, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. So now I'm going to try to grab some of the brood ones in here, and I can see that there's lots and lots of brood on there. So I am going to try and get in that. But first, make sure my smoker's still lit. Might be blowing some ash into your coffee. I hope that's all right with you. A little extra ash in your coffee. It does wonders, right?
They smell like smoke.
Okay. They didn't move.
No, they don't seem too phased with the smoke today.
Look out, girls.
Busy taking care of their
so
business.
this is the frame I'm going to try to grab here. Okay, so this is pretty exciting stuff here.
Yeah.
So now, there should be lots of brood on here.
Hey, tell people what brood is.
So brood is all of these. This is capped brood right here.
Oh,
The
where it's
queen
all
has
brown,
laid.
where it's dark.
Yep,
Okay.
queen has laid eggs, and so this is. They're just waiting to hatch, and they should probably hatch here in the next couple of days.
We got more
All
bees
right.
coming. Yeah.
So I want to make sure I don't see a queen or anything like that on here. And I'm going to check the other side now. Do the same thing. I'm going to look and see there's no queen. So this is the really fun part. Are you guys ready for this? I'm going to take approximately 300 bees. Are you ready? And I am going to douse them in sugar, powdered sugar. And from that, making sure there's no queen there.
Yeah, you don't want to douse the queen. What would happen if you put powdered sugar on the queen?
She'd be all right, but she definitely, I don't need to do that to her. Okay. Okay. I do not see a queen anywhere, which is exactly what I want. So now I have this specimen jar, right? It's unused,
Okay.
thankfully, right? Because we don't need to do any vials with that. And I am going to attempt to fill this.
Okay. Let's see here.
So I'm going to go like this.
We can run to the other side.
Are you getting it? Getting some bees. Okay, just kind of going backwards. If they fly away, those aren't the bees I wanted anyway, because I want the nurse bees. The nurse bees are the teenage bees, right? So I'm going to take them. I'm going to try to fill this as best I can to the top. I'm getting lots and lots of bees to go in. Lots and lots of girls all over me. If they're flying out, that's all right. I'm near the
I
top.
mean, it'd be silly to wear your gloves in your suit, you know.
Well, you know, you never know. So we're just kind of rolling right in. Okay. Tap it. Yep, that looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to
Okay,
do...
FYI, there's not 300 bees in that jar. just
Did you
saying.
count them? Well, I'm just checking. I wanted to know. Okay, so I'm going to put this down without squishing any bees. Okay, they're all climbing out.
Yep, they're all climbing out.
Okay. I'm going to...
It's a buzzing.
Oh yeah, I need more.
Yeah, that's not even, you don't have enough in there.
There's about half. Put that in there for a second. Put the lid back on. Hello, girls. They're all over me. Okay, let's take another frame out because that one didn't quite have what I wanted. Hi. Kind of got them all riled up, as you can tell. Actually, so look, I think that's bee poop. No, it's not. Never mind, it's propolis. Not that I was excited for bee poop or anything.
You
But
seem kind of excited.
no, I
about
just
it.
wanted to show people what it maybe looked like. Okay, in case people, you never know. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing here, except for I'm gonna check for the queen again. Make sure she's not on this frame anywhere. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. The older I get, the more I find that my eyes pretty much
Well, and
suck.
this queen like isn't marked or anything,
Right.
so we don't really. It's a little harder to find.
I do not see her, so
She's
I'm
not.
going to sense that she's not here. So I'm going to scoop up a few more bees. Okay. There we go. Just making sure.
Well, what would happen if you got her? In
Nothing. I just want to make sure, that I don't, because I don't want to get her. So that looks like that's about half. What I had last time. Knock them down. Pour them in. I know, it's funny, huh?
there? Kind of a fiasco here.
Okay, no, don't get out. You're safe. You got lucky. All right. So now I have approximately 300 bees.
No, you're silly.
Approximately.
Approximately like
Approximately.
100 bees.
I don't think so. Do you want to count them?
I do not think there's 300 bees in that jar.
Okay.
But what else?
Let's take a look and let's make sure there is no queen in there once again.
How are you going to tell through that jar?
She's big and fat. Okay. I don't see her anywhere. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them down to the bottom, and then they're going to get a little treat. They are going to get 2 tablespoons powdered sugar. There's 1. Okay.
And that's for sure going to be okay with them? So I'm not going to
Yes.
suffocate them or
No.
anything?
Well, so what it's going to do is it's going to suffocate the mites. Here's my second one.
That's a lot of powdered sugar, dude. Maybe
2.
if you had 300 bees in there.
Shh.
Insane.
I have a bee crawling on my leg. I need to get her here in a second. Okay. So now,
Oh my goodness. Alright.
you ready? Now, I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it. So this is called a sugar roll. And what's happening is, I'm going to roll it for about a minute, is all the mites that may be on here are going to get completely emerged. Bees are fuzzy, and so that's how they get pollen, right? They clean themselves off after they get all the fuzz on them and things like that. So as we're getting all the sugar onto them, we're completely doing it. They're also generating heat. That's going to make all the mites fall off, okay? So I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to roll them. I don't know, how long do you think it's been? 30, 45 seconds?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Just
30
getting the
seconds.
sugar completely doused on the bees. Now, this is the humane way of doing it. Believe it or not, people, what they'll do is they'll actually kill the bees. So they'll put them in there and then they'll put in an alcohol wash. So some rubbing
That is
alcohol,
just not
and that will absolutely kill any mites. It's more effective because you know 100%, number one, how many bees you had, and number two, how many mites you have, because that will kill everything in it, in the alcohol wash.
But your bees too. So.
But your bees too.
Yeah.
So this is humane. What'll happen is they'll just love on each other, they'll groom each other, and then they'll do that.
Get all the sugar
Okay?
off of each other.
So now what I'm gonna do is, I think it's probably been about a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna shake it. I'm gonna shake it onto this piece of paper. We're gonna see if there's any mites on here. Okay. So I'm just gonna gently kind of shake.
Those poor bees.
They're okay. They're good. We try to be gentle. There are no legs, which sometimes that is a side effect. You can get some bee legs to come out on there. You know what? I see absolutely no varroa mites. None. You've got to be kidding me. Do you see any little red specks? Red,
Yes.
brown?
Right there. There's one.
Are you sure?
Yes, right there. I see one.
That doesn't look like a varroa
Okay,
mite,
well,
though.
it's a red-brown thing. You said look for red-brown
No,
thing.
that's not
what
it. That was a piece of pollen.
Hmm. Well, it's the only red-brown thing I saw on there.
That was a piece of pollen. I'm very sure. Okay. Well, this is amazing because I would have expected to see at least one. Oh, there is one right there. Okay. So we just found one. So right here is a varroa mite, and you can tell because it's moving. Can you see it moving? Right there.
Oh, yeah.
That is a varroa mite, and if you zoom in really close, you can see it moving. So there is at least one varroa mite on here.
I don't know. It's in there somewhere.
Okay.
We'll take your word for it.
No, it totally is. If you
I
look.
know, I believe you. I just can't find it. Oh, yeah, I see it. But I don't know if I can get it on here.
Right here.
Yeah.
You isolate it, and you can see that it's
Yeah,
moving.
It's moving.
Okay. So that was one. So
The
that
lighting just isn't good here.
that is excellent news, because what that means is that my varroa mite is less than 1%, because if we have 300 bees in here, which
We
we
don't.
should,
We don't.
you would divide it by 3, right?
Yeah.
And then you would be able to get your percent. So whatever number of
That's
mites
still
we would
pretty
have.
good, though, if we only found one.
So
in
we
that.
found 1 in 300, which is less than 1%, regardless. So
Just
now,
out of there.
these bees are good though. See, I'm still getting a little bit, and I'm trying not to be too aggressive. But there was one little bastard, and I'm gonna kill him. Now I'm gonna let these go. Back into the hive. Here you go,
They're
ladies.
gonna be able to be. They're gonna be okay with all that sugar.
Yep.
In it?
So what'll happen is the rest of the bees will groom them, and they'll just sit there and clean each other off. They're probably not too happy, but you know what? I'm happy because they don't have any mites, and that means I don't have to treat them. So that is absolutely amazing. So take a look at the little snowman inside. It's pretty funny.
Let me see if I can zoom in there. Oh yeah.
Little snowman.
There's a bunch of white ones in there.
Yeah. So count them. Are there 300, do you think?
Oh, stop.
No?
No, there's definitely not 300.
Are you sure?
I don't see any other ones coming to clean them up.
They will. Just gotta give them a minute. There's honey and everything else like that in there. So that's perfect. That's all I wanted to do in here is take a mite count. My mite count is completely low. Even if there was only 150 bees in there, we still got a good sample, right? So that's it. I'm gonna do it over here to this hive now, and hopefully my results are the same. So go Elizabeth II.
Alrighty, whoop whoop. Beekeeping 101.
I'm high.
We're out.